Hi, everyone. This is King Twan. Now, I want to explain a few things about this King of the Hill tournament. Now, this is kind of my own brainchild here, if you will. Now, I have 16 teams, which Kurt Berglund said make 10 or 14. I say, well, let's do 16. And instead of going to 10 victories, we're going to go to 20 victories. So what we'll do is the first team to get the 20 victories will be taken out of the rotation of all the teams. See, then you continue on until you get a second 20 game winner. And then things get interesting after that because now we're going to have two wildcard teams. And what that's going to be is the third and fourth teams with the best record, with the best most wins. So if you have a team that has, say, 12 wins and a team with 10 wins, well, there's your wild cards. Now your best wild card will face your best team, and your second wild card will face your second. The first team to 20 is the World Series, is like the number one seed, if you will. So say the New York Yankees got the first seed, they were the first team to get to 20 wins. They would face the first, the second, the third best team. So that would be the third wild card team. And then the second 20 game winner would face the fourth wild card team. So if you don't understand any of that, that's you could comment, put a comment down, or yeah, and I will explain to you, try to explain further. But we'll have four teams. We'll have a three in the playoffs. We're gonna have a three-man rotation in the playoffs. So you'll have game one will be your starter, your ace, and then second and third. And then if it continues on to the fourth, which it will, you'll have your ace pitching twice, your second man pitching twice, and your third man pitching twice. And then you could have your ace pitching 3 times for the 7th game. Okay? So we're going to do that in the playoffs. In the regular season games, I'm going to do what's called no pitcher advantage. And that means that each new team that's played by the King of the Hill, which is the team with the home field advantage, they'll play an away team. They'll play the King of the Hill is on a 4-man starting rotation. So if his ace is up, he'll face the ace of the away team. If his fourth starter's up, like today against the Giants, then both teams' fourth starters will go. Okay? That way teams aren't facing the ace and expect to win against the ace all the time. So it's called no pitcher advantage. That's a new thing I came up with myself. It's a this whole deal is a test for further things. We'll see how this first one goes. There's going to be a lot of games. I would say probably 120 games. And this is only, excuse me, this is only game 4. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we see here the rotation for the Giants. I think this is this is the Braves. We have a 3-man rotation for the Braves. So we're going to go with a 3-man rotation. Well, let me check on the other team here. This is the New York Giants. Let me see here. No, we could do a 4-man starting rotation. We go through these guys and see who. This guy was 21, 9, 2-0, 6-8. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we are. We are in, what field are we in? I think it's the Polo Grounds. Yeah. No, we're not in the Polo Grounds. We're in Braves Field, right? Of course, because Braves are the King of the Hill. But the Giants do play in the Polo Grounds. But then we have Braves Fields. It's the fourth game of the season. Fourth game of the tournament, I should say. All right. The New York Giants are up. Joe Moore at left field is batting first. And then Sam Leslie batting second. He's the first baseman. Moore is the left fielder. Wally Berger is the center fielder. Mel Ott is in right field. Dick Bartell, the shortstop, batting fifth. Harry Danning batting sixth, the catcher. Burgess Whitehead batting seventh at second base. And Mickey Hassan at eighth and third base. A lot of these guys don't have pictures. Got on the mound is the fourth starter for the Giants, Hal Schumacher. We'll see how he does. He wants to become the king of the hill, so we'll see if he gets that. Defense for the Braves. Tommy Holmes in right field. In center we have Johnny Hopp. Danny Litweiler, who's been smoking hot lately with those big home runs. He is in left field. Then we have Earl Turgis at first base. Connie Ryan at second base. Dick Culler, the shortstop, who's waiting for his first hit. Bob Elliott at third base. And JoJo Moore behind the plate. And JoJo Moore, if you look at him, the catcher arm. Oh, it's getting. He's got. Why don't we have our catcher in? Wait a minute. Whoops, that was. No, our catcher is Massey, who's got a catcher arm of 45. Okay. Yeah, Phil Massey. Okay. But anyway, let's take a swing here. Barrett's up. He's looking cool, calm, and collected. He's the fourth starter for the Boston Braves in 1947, and we're ready to go. His record is 11-12, 3.55 ERA. And we're going against JoJo Moore, a 310 hitter. 64 degrees. Wind blowing left to 13 miles an hour, or 11 miles an hour. Bang. Base hit out to center field. Okay, should we steal? What's their catcher look like? Danny has a catcher number 50. Good steal of base. I am, by the way, coaching the Giants. Sam Leslie, he doesn't have a good sack bunt or bunt for hit here. We'll try to get a jump. Let's try to get a jump on Joe Moore here. Let's do steal second. Can I do steal second? No. Says I can't. Well, that's steal third. Here's steal second. Run, 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 run. And he's safe. A stolen base. All right, Sam Leslie will swing away. Ooh, first and third. And JoJo Moore goes to third base in the play. Hey, Aurora, how you doing, baby? Hey, Aurora. It's my poodle. She's a chocolate poodle. She comes say hi every once in a while. Make sure I'm okay here. We're fine up in the booth, Aurora. I got one of those big New York Giant hot dogs and a beer. And I'm just announcing the game. Okay, Wally Berger. Wally Berger's up, and he's going to try to knock JoJo Moore in. And it's a fly out to left field. JoJo Moore holds at third base. Mel Ott is up. He bats .294. That's it. They leave a man on base. Mel Ott is out 1-3. Okay. Here's the batting order for the Boston Braves. Johnny Hopp batting first and center field. Tommy Holmes batting second and right field. Bob Elliott batting third at third base. Earl Torgerson batting fourth at first base. He's the cleanup hitter. Danny Litweiler, he's on fire right now. It doesn't show it. He should be, though. The game does show it when your player's on fire. Well, actually, he's not going to because we're using the exhibition game, so left field, but he's on fire, this guy. Left field, he's batting fifth. Phil Massey, the catcher, batting sixth. Connie Ryan batting seventh at second base. And Dick Culler, who's in a slump, hasn't got his first hit yet, is eighth at shortstop. And then Red Barrett on the mound. Schumacher for the Giants is a 3.6 ERA. He's a 13-12 record. All right, he's going to pitch to Johnny Hopp. And it's ripped out to right field, so it's he's out. Tommy Holmes, that's in at 309. Good catch by the center fielder. That would be Berger, Wally Berger. Okay, Bob Elliott's up. 2 outs. Strike 3. Wow. That's a good Mountain Dew. Dick Bartell. Swing away. And it's going to be caught by the center fielder, I believe. Or the left fielder, one or the other. Couldn't tell. Hey, Grandma. Oh. Grandma's missing her cane. She'll find it. Okay, swing away, Harry Danning. 1 out. All right, long throw over to first. He's out. Danning's out. And we have Burgess Whitehead. He bats 286. And second to first. He is out. Take another bite of this big New York Giants hot dog here. Boy, they put the onions on there. They got the kraut on there. They got some mustard on there. It's a big one. And the beer is excellent. I don't know what kind of beer it is, but it's from the tap. Nice and cold. All right, ice cold beer. Earl Torgerson's up. And Schumacher will pitch it in. Ooh, big walk. Earl Torgerson, 65 stealer. We got our bunter's not that great. Danny Litweiler. We'll swing away with Litweiler. And he rips it down to right field and it's in. Big base hit by Litweiler. Still getting hits. Could do a double steal. That would shake him up, huh? I might not need to, though. Could do a sack bunt to move him over. But a pretty good bunter, a sack bunter. This is Phil Massey, the catcher. I think we'll just swing away. But no outs. Then he rips in the center field base hit. Bases loaded for the Boston Braves. And Connie Ryan is up. We got no outs. Can Connie Ryan put a quarter in the merry-go-round? I hope Apple Brian doesn't get mad at me for using his quote, but we can say something like, let's see if we get this horse race going. Let's put it. Let's bet on a horse. I don't know. I don't know what to say in that situation, but I like his quote anyway. Connie Ryan Trying to bring in some runs here. Ooh, they walk in a run. Dick Cutler's up. Pitch to him. Double play. Another run scores, so it's 2-0 Boston. All right, Red Barrett's up. We'll swing away.
Strike 3.
All right, they stink for 2 runs. Mickey Haslin's up, third baseman. Pitch to him. I like to go through and sometimes tell you what kind of pitches we have. We have very bad, this guy has very bad pitches. If you look at his scouting, they said Red Barrett is a starting pitcher, 11-year exhibition league veteran. He throws a fastball, curveball, screwball, and changeup. He isn't expected to give up many walks due to his elite command. He should keep the ball in the park. However, we weren't impressed with his below-average stuff. At this stage in his career, Barrett will have trouble cracking the rotation, but could be a good spot starter, or perhaps still done a spot in the back of the end of the rotation. So that's what he does hold. And he's going against the pitcher, Hal Schumacher. And did some fly out to left field. Schumacher's out. JoJo Moore, top of the order. And 3-1, he's out. Here's Johnny Hopp. He bunts, try to get to first base. Can he do it? He's safe. Nice bunt there. Off like a shot. I wasn't expecting that. Now there's second guy here. Not a good sack wonder because they could throw. They could we're holding the runner on, but they could try to steal. Ooh. Boy, I tell you, Holmes doubles, then we got 3, and he knocks in a run. We got 3-0. The Braves just terrorizing this the beginning of this King of the Hill tournament. Bob Elliott's up, man on second. And down the line to right field. He has a double too. Another one knocked in. Now it's 4-0. Pitch to Earl Schumacher. I don't know, maybe we should. Schumacher's got plenty of gas, but he's got a good sinker ball, good control. Just getting hammered by these guys. Look at my bullpen here. We got Tom Baker, Jumbo Brown, Dick Kaufman. This guy's good. Good reliever, good for 80. Harry Gumbert. I'm going to bring in Harry Gumbert. Schumacher's getting hammered. Harry Gumbert take the mounds. Now we got Harry Gumbert out to the mounds. He has 40 stuff, 70 movement, 55 control. Below average fastball, and not the best curveball and changeup, so his stuff's not that great. You look at his scouting. He features a fastball, curveball, changeup. His stuff is best described as below average, but he does have good command and control. Number can't fit comfortably in the middle of a big league. Can't fit comfortably in the middle of a big league rotation. So, return to the game. He's going to pitch to Earl Torgerson. We got a man on second base. No outs. And it's a base hit. We got first and third, no outs. And the man of the hour, Danny Litweiler. Danny Litweiler is really hot, this guy. He's smoking everything. If you look at my sheet here, let me see. Danny Litweiler is... Danny Litweiler. He's hit 2 home runs already. 7 hits because I think he got a hit earlier. He's batting around 700. He was batting 600. Now he's batting even more. All right. They pitched to him. Ooh. Ripped to center field deep. They're throwing home, and it is going to be safe. Litweiler with another RBI. Sack RBI. So. Yep. 5-0 Boston. Boston just killing the king of the kill tournament, man. Here's Phil Mossey. 1 out. Man on first. And it's a fly out to second base. And Earl Torgerson. We'll swing away. Bang. It's out of here. 2-run shot. Ryan gives it a one-way ticket out of here. Bang. Wow. The Boston Braves are just destroying these teams. Basically, they had 86 wins on their campaign in 1947. 86 wins. So, yeah, they're really playing well. Dick Cutler is up. We got 2 outs now. Well, we got 2 outs. Dick Cutler. And he rips his first base hit. All right. Maybe he's hitting the ball now. He's a candidate for stealing a base. 4-3. That's it. That's the end of the inning. Got a tall mountain to climb here to try to get some runs. Sam Leslie's up for the Giants. He will swing away. Second to first, he's out. Wally Berger. Mel Ott. Pops up at third base. Bottom of the 4th inning is Johnny Hopp. Tommy Holmes. He takes his base. He's being held on. There's Bob Elliott, good hitter. He takes his base too, so 2 walks, 1 out, Earl Torgerson. Strikes out Torgerson. There's 2 outs. Danny Litweiler, here he goes again. He strikes out Litweiler, good job. All right. And Bartella's up against Brett Barrett. Ooh, he strikes him out with a fastball. Gary Danning stepping in. Slow fly out to left field. Burgess Whitehead will swing away. He bats in at 286. Ripped to the warning track, but he's out. Right field catches it. That was the Tommy Holmes. Okay. Harry Gumpert's up on the mound. Stephen Gumper the fifth. Phil Mousy the catcher.
Strike three.
Strikes him out. All right. Pitch to batter. That was shortstop at first, 6-3. Dick Cutler's up. And a 5-3 guns him down. That's 3 up and 3 down. Side retired. Now is Mickey Haslam. Bats in at 190. Third baseman. Ripped to right field. He's out. Harry Gumper might do a pinch hit here. I think I should. Let's see who's. Grab a lefty. Bring John McCarthy. He's a lefty first baseman. For the pinch hit. Okay, John McCarthy coming in. John McCarthy digs in and waits for the pitch. And he pops it up to second base. That's 2 outs. JoJo Moore. Top of the order. He rips a base hit. Try to steal second base. Get on. Nope, you don't get the jump. Try one more time. Nope. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chan Leslie will swing away. Wrap. Oh! Hit on line to deep right field, goes Holmes, reaches out, makes the one-handed grab. Beautiful catch by Holmes out there. Just with the one hand, just reaches out like a flying, like an eagle, and just grabs that ball. That saves it. That saves probably a run. Okay, we got to get a relief pitcher in here. We have this guy, 35 stuff, 70 movement. And he's got a fastball's not the best. Let's see, we'll bring in him. Bring in Lorman. We also got Dick Kaufman. He's about the same. Big and Lowerman. Yes. Bill Lowerman. All right, we're ready. We're at the top of this is the bottom of the 6th inning. And pitch to batter. He's out. Johnny Hop. second to first. He is out. Tommy Holmes up. Tommy Holmes back to 309. He rips a base hit to center field. All right. Bob Elliott, another good hitter, bats 317. Batting average, he has 22 home runs, 113 RBIs. And shortstop to second base, he's out. Side retired. Seventh inning gets Red Bear. We have Wally Berger. Still has some stamina left. He's thrown 63 pitches. He's got a two-hitter going. Ripped to center field. And Berger's on there. Berger will try to steal second. Can't get a jump on these guys today. Okay. Not will swing away. Ooh. And one of the toughest plays to turn is a 3-6-3 double play, and they turn it. Beautiful. Bartell is up. And he gets nowhere.
All right, Chicago. I want to hear a real crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and let's go out to the water. Let's go out to the river. Take me in, bring us in. I don't remember what I have to do. Run out of the water. 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah, let's get some runs. Come on, don't mess around. Let's get some runs, guys.
And that was quite a drunk Ozzy Osbourne there, and singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." He didn't know any of the words. Oh, he is from Britain. Well, what are you gonna do? And Britain didn't. When they went on that big pilgrimage to baseball pilgrimage back in the day, was it William Spalding? Was it Spalding? Al Spalding that took all the people? Let me know if I'm wrong, but they went to Britain, and the British were not. They didn't care for our baseball. They said it was nothing like their cricket, so they liked cricket instead. So I can imagine why Ozzy doesn't know the words, but he's still a Cubs fan. But anyway, let's see. Earl Torgerson, we will pitch to batter. It's the bottom of the seventh inning now. Man, fly out to right field. Danny Litweiler, he's a little bit aggravated right now. He wants to get a hit. Then he strikes out. Lorman's like, woo. he wipes his brow with his cap. All right, Phil Mossy's up. Catcher. Bang. And it's caught out there in right field. Harry Danning is up. Top of the eighth inning. 7-0 Boston. Ooh, ripped in the left field base hit. Danning has no speed. He can't bunt. Burgess Whitehead's going to swing away. Ripped to center field, base hit. Mickey Haslund. He is the third baseman. And he walks. And then we have Lorman, the pitcher. I ain't doing pitch hit. I think I can. We will pinch hit with Weaver. What do we have here? Barrett's a right-handed pitcher. You could use a lefty. That would be Jimmy Ripple. Jimmy Ripple will come in and pinch hit. With bases loaded, no outs. Giants score their first run at 7-1. 1 out. First and second. JoJo Moore up. And we'll go to third base. Whitehead goes to third base, so it's Haslett on first, Mickey Burgess Whitehead on third. 2 outs and Sam Leslie up. Wow, it bounced off the first baseman. Dropped it for error. So, that's an unearned run for Barrett. 7-2. We got Sam Leslie and Mickey Haslett on. Wally Berger's up. And it is popped up to center field. That retires the side and scores. Giants score 2 runs in the inning. Okay. We got Dick Coffin coming in. Alright, Dick Coffin's coming in. Against Cooney Ryan. Bottom of the 8th inning. Walks him. Ryan's on first. Dick Color. Rip to left field. The fly to left. Red Barrett's the pitcher. And trying to steal a base. He's out. He's gunned down. Good throw by Danny. And Red Barrett's swinging away with nobody on base. Now 2 outs.
Strike 3.
And he strikes out. All right. This is the Giants' last chance. We need 5 runs. We got Mel Ott up against Red Barrett. Mel Ott 4-3. He's out. Dick Bartell. Shortstop to first. He's out. And the last chance. Is Harry Danny. And he flies out to left field. That's the game. Seven to 2. They don't win the World Series. Just an exhibition game. All right. 7-2. So the king of the hill is still Boston. Caught stealing Ryan. Stolen base Moore. JoJo Moore. Schumacher's 0-1. If you do the statistics, get them in the books, then we'll have our next game, guys. But thanks for joining me, and that was pretty neat. Ozzy Osbourne out there drunk trying to sing the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That's pretty funny. Him and Sharon. Okay. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time. Good night.